A British couple were thrown in jail and accused of spying after photographing boats while on holiday in Greece. Mr. Cleary's offense was to take pictures on his mobile phone of two army dinghies in a port on the island of Kos. The 55-year-old was accosted by a soldier who ordered him to delete the images and demanded to see his passport. And when the couple tried to fly home, they were arrested and taken into custody for interrogation on spying charges. Mrs. Cleary said, "I'm nearly 60 years old and have never had so much as a parking ticket, so when they told us we were being charged with spying and espionage, I just lost it. I was hysterical." Mike took the photographs because he has an interest in the military. "We tried to explain this to the police. I kept saying, 'We are just tourists, this is a mistake.' We were handcuffed together like two criminals and driven off in a police car. They took us to a police station. It was a really dingy, scruffy place. Share this article. Share. There was only one cell and we could see mosquitoes everywhere. There was a tiny window and it was boiling hot. All I can remember is Mike shaking cockroaches off me. He was heartbroken, saying, 'I took the picture, you shouldn't be here, I've put you through this. It was awful.' The following morning the couple were transported to the courthouse in Kos for a hearing in front of a magistrate, but were not given access to a lawyer or an interpreter. The soldier got up and told his story. "We didn't have a clue what he was saying," Mrs. Cleary said. Mike tried to explain that he didn't know taking the pictures was illegal. Then the magistrate came back and said there would be a hearing in July and that was that. She said, "You can go home and get a lawyer in England, but we had to leave our phones behind." The couple returned to the UK and instructed a Greek lawyer, but the case was dropped 2 weeks later. Their mobile phones were also returned. The incident took place when the couple decided to break their journey to the airport and stopped at Mastachari, a village with a port on the northern coast of Kos. Mrs. Cleary, a mother of 4 who has been married to her husband, a warehouse operative, for 22 years, added, "It's destroyed us, and it's all been for nothing. We're both under the doctor for post-traumatic stress. I'm taking sleeping tablets. We both feel numb. We just can't stop thinking about what could have happened." The couple have also lodged a complaint with the British consulate and claimed they were offered very little support while they were detained. A spokesman for the Foreign and Commonwealth Office said last night, "Our staff supported 2 British people following their detention and subsequent release in Kos earlier this year. We provided a list of local lawyers, passed on messages from their family, and have raised their concerns about their case with the Greek authorities." Echoes of plane spotter case. The ordeal suffered by the Clearys echoes the case of 12 British plane spotters who were thrown in a Greek jail and accused of spying in 2001. They were arrested at Kalamata Air Base in southern Greece as they noted down aircraft serial numbers. The group, who were on a 7-day plane spotting tour, were freed on bail after spending 37 days of hell in custody. They faced 20-year prison terms, but after 6 weeks the charges were reduced and they were released pending appeals. A Greek judge found them guilty of espionage offenses 5 months later. Half were jailed for 3 years for collecting illegal information, but they were allowed home before finally being cleared in November 2002. The rest were given 1-year suspended sentences for aiding and abetting. They all proclaimed their innocence in a campaign backed by the Daily Mail. The president of the panel of judges said the evidence had shown the group were following a hobby and were not spies. Presiding Judge Yorgos Evstafiou said the judicial error arose from a lack of understanding in Greece that plane spotting is seen elsewhere as a popular pastime. 2 Dutchmen arrested with the Britons also had their jail sentences quashed. Families of the plane spotters later thanked the Mail, who flew relatives out to Greece to visit them in jail, for helping raise the profile of the case in the UK when no one was interested. Some were forced to remortgage their homes to pay the costly legal fees. They also spent years fighting to get back £120,000 of bail money.